Welcome back to Narrations. Tonight's film is magical, adventurous, emotional, and full of Christmas wonder. A story about rediscovering belief after loss, about family, courage, and holding on to hope when it feels impossible. This is the Christmas Chronicles, the night two siblings meet the real Santa Claus and help save Christmas. The Pierce family's home movies flicker across the screen, warm clips of Christmas mornings through the years. Laughter fills the air, wrapping paper flies, lights sparkle, and a young brother and sister, Teddy and Kate Pierce, grow from toddlers to older children, always celebrating the season together. Their father, a firefighter, appears in every frame, smiling with boundless love, lifting his children high into the air, telling them that Christmas means giving and believing in each other. But the final home video ends differently. A bitter winter night. Sirens. A folded flag. A family broken. Now the house is quieter. The warmth feels gone. Their father has died, and Christmas no longer feels magical, it feels empty. Their mother works double shifts to support them, leaving little time for celebration. Teddy drifts into anger and resentment, rebelling with dangerous decisions and pushing the world away. Kate, determined to keep Christmas alive, fights desperately to hold on to the magic she once believed in fiercely. Snow falls softly on their neighborhood as Christmas Eve approaches. The house is dim, silence replacing laughter. Kate watches old tapes of their father, tears shimmering, determined to feel something other than grief. In one video, she notices something strange, a mysterious red-sleeved arm slipping briefly into frame near the Christmas tree long ago. Could it be Santa? Hope sparks inside her like a lantern in darkness. When she confronts Teddy, he scoffs at the idea. To him, Santa is just a myth, a childish fantasy he claims to have outgrown. But Kate refuses to surrender. She sets up a video trap in the living room, planning to catch Santa on camera. Teddy reluctantly agrees to help, not because he believes, but because deep down, he misses the boy he used to be. That night, after their mother leaves for work, Kate and Teddy wait, the camera recording silently beside the glowing tree. Hours pass. The clock strikes late. Teddy falls asleep. Kate nods off. And just when the night seems hopelessly still, a sound. Sleigh bells. Hooves striking the roof. Soft shadows flickering across the walls. Kate's eyes fly open. She grabs the camera and races outside into the snowy street. Teddy follows, stunned, whispering in disbelief. High above them, slicing through the clouds, they see a sleigh, real, shimmering with golden starlight, pulled by reindeer soaring through the sky. Excitement explodes through Kate's voice as she races closer. Without thinking, the siblings climb into the sleigh, breathless and terrified with wonder. Suddenly, the sleigh jerks forward violently, rocketing off the roof. The children scream, clinging desperately to the sides as the reindeer soar through the night. The sleigh whips through icy wind, city lights blurring below. Teddy loses his grip and Kate reaches out with a scream as he dangles over the endless drop. Then the sleigh spirals wildly. Reindeer panic. Bells snap from their harness. The sleigh plummets rapidly, crashing downward in a violent spin of sparks and shattered magic. Teddy and Kate are thrown into a snowbank, the sleigh exploding into pieces across the frozen street. Silence falls. Snow drifts gently around them. And out of the wreckage climbs a tall figure dressed not in cartoon red velvet, but in a sleek crimson coat trimmed with fur, boots heavy with travel, eyes bright with mischief and wisdom. Real. Alive. Undeniably Santa Claus. Kurt Russell's Santa stands before them, confident, charming, and nothing like the jolly stereotype on greeting cards. He is bold, athletic, witty, and slightly annoyed. "Well, this is just great," Santa grumbles, brushing snow from his coat. "The sleigh is destroyed, the reindeer are gone, and I'm on foot. Do you know how long it's been since I was on foot?" Kate stares with wide-eyed wonder. Teddy stares in disbelief, speechless. Santa eyes them both sharply. "Let me guess. You two are the reason I crashed?" The siblings stand frozen. Kate quickly steps forward, apologizing breathlessly. she only wanted proof. Santa sighs, frustrated but not unkind. He explains the situation with heavy seriousness. Without the sleigh, the reindeer, or his magical toy bag, Christmas cannot be delivered tonight. And without Christmas spirit, the world will fall into darkness, crime will rise, and hope will break apart. The consequences are real, dangerous, and devastating. Kate looks up at him, voice trembling. We'll help you fix everything. Santa studies the children, seeing heart and strength beneath their fear. Slowly he nods. All right then. We save Christmas together. And so begins an adventure racing against time, an impossible mission through snowy streets, magical portals, stolen belongings, wild chases, and dazzling sparks of Christmas energy. The night becomes a whirlwind of wonder as they set off to find the missing reindeer, beginning a journey that will test courage, faith, and the power of believing in what the heart knows, even when the world does not. And somewhere deep within Teddy's guarded silence, something begins to crack, a memory, a longing, a spark of the boy he once was. Snow swirls into the sky as the three of them disappear into the night, united by a mission only Christmas could create. Snow whirls around them as Santa, Kate, and Teddy race through the frozen streets in search of the reindeer. With only a faint trail of sparkling gold dust drifting in the air, they track the magical creatures across the rooftops and alleyways of the city. Kate's eyes shine with wonder as she sees them bounding through the night sky, their bells chiming softly like distant music. They follow the trail to a park, where the reindeer have scattered and frightened crowds gather in disbelief. With courage rising inside him, Teddy climbs onto Dasher's back, gripping tightly as the powerful reindeer leaps into the air. For a moment Teddy is flying, wind rushing through his hair, the city lights stretching below like a sea of stars. He feels alive again, brave, capable, unafraid, a feeling he thought he had lost forever. Kate recovers Santa's magical bag, but a group of street criminals steal it and disappear into the night. Determined not to fail, Kate crawls inside the bag to protect it, only to find herself transported into a dazzling North Pole workshop, a swirling universe of shimmering stars, enchanted machines, and hundreds of adorable Christmas elves who sparkle with bright energy. They speak in a musical language she cannot understand, but they welcome her with excitement, recognizing her pure belief. Meanwhile, Santa and Teddy search for Kate and the bag, but trouble strikes again. Santa is mistaken for a delusional impersonator and arrested. He is taken to jail, locking him away from the magic he needs to restore Christmas. The cell bars clang shut and the guards laugh, certain they have captured just another street performer. But Santa remains calm, eyes twinkling with endless patience. Inside the jail, he finds a group of tired, broken men caught in their own mistakes and regrets. He speaks gently to them, seeing the pain behind their hardness, reminding them of who they used to be. Slowly, Christmas spirit begins to flicker in the room like candles being relit. Then with a tap of his boot and a spark of magic, Santa transforms the jail into a swirling celebration, instruments materializing, lights blooming, music surging through the walls. The prisoners burst into song, dancing joyfully as Santa leads a dazzling rock and roll Christmas performance that shakes the entire building with laughter and light. Even the guards cannot resist smiling. But when the police chief demands proof of his identity, Santa refuses to give any. He explains that belief cannot be forced, it must be given willingly. All he asks is one thing: help for the children who still believe. At the station, Teddy pleads for Santa's release, explaining that if Christmas fails tonight, hope will vanish from the world. The officer, moved quietly by memories of his own childhood and a wish he once made long ago, chooses faith over doubt. He unlocks the cell. Santa steps out with gratitude and urgency. There is no time left. Christmas magic is fading rapidly, the world growing dimmer by the second. If the sleigh does not fly soon, the night will be lost forever. They reunite with Kate, the bag, and the elves. Together, they rebuild the sleigh with dazzling bursts of magic and glowing celestial sparks. The reindeer return, leaping joyfully into place, bells ringing like wind chimes in the sky. But time has run dangerously thin. The power needed to launch the sleigh cannot ignite without pure Christmas spirit. Santa looks to Teddy, the boy whose heart has been locked away since the day his father died. Teddy closes his eyes and remembers his father lifting him into the air, his laughter, his warmth, the lessons he taught about courage and kindness and believing in something bigger than yourself. Teddy places his hand over his heart and whispers, "I believe." Light explodes outward, brilliant gold bursting through the sky like fireworks made of starlight. The sleigh roars to life, lifting off the ground with thunderous magic, soaring above the city like a comet blazing across the heavens. Together they fly from rooftop to rooftop, delivering gifts in a lightning storm of glittering wonder. Time bends. Chimneys open. Presents vanish into homes like snow melting on warm skin. Kate reads from the Book of True Believers, guiding Santa to every last child. They race the rising sun, faster, higher, unstoppable. But as they near the end of the night, Kate discovers one unexpected entry in the book, her brother Teddy. And next to his name, a note. Wish to see Dad again. Santa cannot grant that wish. Some miracles belong to heaven, but he reaches into his coat and quietly hands Teddy a silver ornament. The boy holds it gently, tears welling, as Santa whispers, "Your father is always with you. You honor him every time you care, every time you try, every time you believe." The sleigh lands softly outside the Pierce home just before sunrise. Santa thanks them both, pride shining in his eyes, and with a wink and a brilliant burst of light, he vanishes into the sky. Inside the house, their mother returns from her shift, exhausted. But something has changed. Warmth fills the room like sunlight. Kate and Teddy embrace her tightly, holding on with new understanding and love. They open presents together, laughter rising like bells. Teddy takes the silver ornament and hangs it carefully on the Christmas tree. When he steps back, breath catching, he sees inside it the reflection of his father smiling proudly. A gift no words could ever equal. Kate watches with shining eyes, whispering, "It really was the best Christmas ever." And far above the sleeping city, Santa soars through the morning sky, joy rumbling like thunder in his laughter as he calls into the wind, "Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night." Because Christmas is not about presents. It is not about proof. It is about faith, courage, family, and believing in magic even when the world breaks. And sometimes, the miracle we need most is simply holding on to each other. If you enjoyed this narration, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Narrations, where Christmas movies shine with heart, nostalgia, and cinematic storytelling.